Hi, and welcome back to Tech Talk. I'm Ken Mingus, Executive Editor at Computer World. I'm here with Macworld's Michael Simon
Hello.
and Juliette Beauchamp to talk about technology that we're thankful for. And, given the fact that Thanksgiving's coming up in the U.S., we thought it a good time to think about some of the things that technology does for us that we like, as opposed to last month where we talked about technology that scared us. I'll start off. I just want to talk about a couple things. Number one, wireless networking. I am really thankful for Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, 5G, cellular, all of it. Not in and of itself, but for what it allows us to do.
Sure.
I mean, it basically allows us to be completely, or well, not completely connected, but well connected almost anywhere all the time.
It used to just be I can take my laptop to the couch and still get on the internet.
Yes.
Now it's enabled just a whole breadth of.
It's an entire industry. I mean,
Systems
it's
and-
allowed so many things to take off. I mean, I remember I live in Rhode Island, family in North Carolina, driving back and forth in the 80s and 90s and wanting to check in with, like, mom, say,
Yeah,
hey,
sure.
I had to find a payphone
Yeah,
somewhere,
yeah.
and no idea where, or in a storm, what's the weather. Now I'm completely connected all the time. There are downsides to that because maybe you don't want to always be connected all the time. But
Or you forget your phone and you're like, oh, what do I do now?
well, there is that too. But I mean, cars are connected as well. I mean, you've got a lot. You've got, my car can show me real time traffic, and so one of the main things that I'm thankful for, and it's over the last 20 years, is wireless connectivity.
Yeah.
Let's put it that way. And you?
I mean,
Mr.
I guess
Simon?
it's you picked an easy one, man. I mean,
What do you mean? It's-
wireless
it's-
connectivity
it's-
gets everything.
Well,
Mine,
it's what I'm
I'm going to
thankful
feel
for.
like now it's going to sound like I'm just piggybacking over yours.
Oh well, that's why I went first.
I mean, mine is just basically convenience.
Okay.
And it's some of it
In
is
terms of what?
is wireless. All right, so let's start simple.
Okay.
Wireless charging.
Okay.
Forever
Yep.
we had to plug our phones into these little things. Micro USB is a pain.
Get it in the right way.
Right,
You got to turn it.
right.
Yeah.
I mean, USB-C has
Well,
helped because it's it's kind of agnostic and lightning and all those things. But
Right.
it's still, I go to bed, I pop my phone on a charger,
Yep.
and that's it. I wake up and it's charged.
Yeah.
We now have phones. Well, Samsung, a couple other manufacturers have phones where they actually work as a charger. You can charge your earbuds. Things. It's much less likely for something to run out of power. It wasn't
Right.
that long ago when we had to carry a cable with us, a wire with us, run to an outlet, ask someone at a restaurant, "Can I sit at that table because there's a plug nearby?"
Yeah.
We don't have to worry about that anymore.
Isn't that also too a factor of improving battery technology? The fact that these devices don't lose steam
I mean,
or
yes,
juice as much as they used
sure,
to.
they're bigger. I mean, the batteries are bigger and
Yeah.
they're more capable, sure. But the fact that we can get a quick charge and quickly, you're right. The batteries fill up quicker.
Yeah.
But that we don't. If I forget a cable, my car has a wireless charger.
Yeah.
If I'm my things in the other room, I have a wireless charger in the kitchen and the bedroom, and it's easy. Boom, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, half hour, and I'm done.
There's wireless charging technology that eventually will allow
Yeah,
the
true
You
wireless.
walk into the
technology.
room
Yeah.
and your devices charge up automatically.
Yeah,
I
that
mean,
would
we're
just
a
be
few
insane.
years or maybe a couple of decades away from that. But the
Yeah.
technology is possible.
Absolutely.
It is out there now.
And
It's just
that's next. I mean,
we'll
this,
all be charged.
10 years ago when we talked about this, it was
Yeah.
like, yeah, okay, whatever.
Right. Never happened.
And now we're there.
Yeah.
So yeah, we will definitely get there where just like radio waves and cellular service, our phones will always be, it'll be like trickle charges, but it'll be enough.
Yeah. Just
where
to keep
we
you
won't
going.
have to worry about them.
Right. It just tops you off
Like
in no
ever.
time.
Yeah.
You had also talked about smart home technology.
Yeah. So in that convenience.
Aside from last episode where he got locked out of the house, we won't revisit that one. But in general, when it works.
Yeah, I mean, so I have Alexa, Google Assistant, Siri,
Yeah.
all in various places of my house. I have smart plugs. I have smart thermostats, smart locks, smart lights.
You've
my
really
house
gone the
is
whole
tricked
hog.
out.
I mean, I just
Cameras.
have like Siri in
Yeah,
one
yeah.
room and
No, I
like a
got
couple of
everything.
Alexas.
When I moved into my house 2 years ago, I said to my wife, I said, "I'm in charge of all this stuff.
You're doing it.
It'll be piecemeal, but we're going to get.
Does it
all of
integrate well?
Absolutely, and that's part of what I'm saying. So I can set up routines. I say, I don't know if something's going to go off if we have it, but Alexa, good night.
Yeah.
When I go to bed, everything turns off.
Yep.
The lights, the plugs, thermostat sets to a temperature. My alarm system isn't quite there yet because I have ADT.
Okay.
But if I had a Ring or a Nest one,
Is that
that
because
would work as
ADT
well.
just it doesn't allow a hook into it yet?
It's like it's a skill. So you have like it's not a device and it doesn't quite
Sort of an
work yet.
IFTTT thing?
Maybe
this and that?
it might work if I haven't explored that.
Yeah, just an option. Okay.
The routines are somewhat limited to devices and certain Alexa things, but
Right.
it works extremely well. I say, Alexa, turn on the Halloween lights, and I have one smart plug, and my whole lawn lights up.
Okay.
I say, Alexa, raise the temperature or lower the temperature, whatever I want to do. I don't have to think about how do I get all this done. I say something, it works. My son asks Alexa every morning, "What's the weather?" He was looking. The other week we saw a bobcat in our lawn.
Yeah.
I live in
Ooh.
Really?
Hartford,
Wow.
Connecticut. I don't know where the hell it was coming from. But yeah, so we saw a bobcat. So he started asking Alexa all these questions about bobcats because he was curious. I mean, it's amazing
Yeah.
that we have these things at our disposal whenever we need them. That may or may not be listening to us all the time, and we won't get into that. But they're there and they
Convenience.
work, and you can set
Back to
up
your point.
your house to be like legit smart.
Yeah. Yeah, I have to, just to play off that 1 second, then I want to ask Juliet what she's thankful for. But
Sure.
that, makes a point for me when I was a kid, and I'm going to date myself now, but the way to
We all know,
learn.
Ken, don't worry.
Yeah, well, when I was a kid, I was once a kid. To learn, you had a set of encyclopedias,
Yeah,
World Book encyclopedias, Encyclopedia Britannica. The salesman would come by and sell them to you. And
No, I don't know
I was
about that, but
fascinated as a
definitely
kid.
encyclopedias.
What's that?
I don't know about salesmen, but I had encyclopedias.
They did door to door. And if you wanted to learn, and I was very curious as a kid, I would just take a volume of the encyclopedia and just thumb through it, just randomly,
Sure.
everything that was there. I know, I was a nerd, a geek, whatever. It's true.
This was before television.
This is,
people.
but no, no, it was not. It was better than television,
radio,
though.
too.
But I would look through encyclopedias like that. My point being that the amount of information that is available at your fingertips because of convenience,
Yeah.
wirelessness, and the internet is absolutely astonishing.
and current information, like
It's
encyclopedia. As soon as you
updated.
print it, it's out of date.
Well, exactly. Current in real time and
Yeah.
constantly updating. It's mind blowing in some ways.
It
I
is.
would love to have had that as a kid. So kids, you young kids,
Yeah.
millennials, I know it's an
Totally.
okay boomer thing here, but appreciate it because it's really wild. Juliet.
Yes, I'm glad you're in on the OK Boomer
Yep.
terminology.
I see. I'm up on this stuff.
I was going to say, obviously wireless connectivity is huge, and
He picked an easy one. It's okay.
I know. So, I was going to cop out and say
I'm thankful for air.
I'm thankful for it. I like to breathe. All right. Yep.
I was going to pick an easy one and just say I'm thankful for my iPhone over here. But now, actually, that I think about it more. So I live in an apartment. I have a roommate. We don't have like a huge office setup, but sometimes there's situations in life where you need to scan something or you need to do something that usually requires a big piece of clunky office technology. So what
Yep.
I'm thankful for are apps that can make those sort of devices obsolete, like scanning apps. Anytime I need to send something to a landlord or send something to I think I had to probably scan stuff I remember scanning stuff for a job back when I was in college, and that was super helpful because I don't own a scanner. And actually I had to go to an internet cafe to scan something and pay 25 cents a page.
Ooh, that sounds old.
So-
Long time ago.
It was in 2017 that I
Yep.
did that.
See how much things have changed?
And yeah, so I just am I think I'm thankful for that, but I'm also obviously thankful for my phone. It makes it so easy to take fun pictures. I get fun pictures from my aunt of my adorable 9-year-old cousin. He just lost a tooth. We got tons of videos about that. And it's just a really fun way that, even he's a good example because, when he was born, there was no way that we were getting all these pictures and all these videos just on our phones. So I think my iPhone and obviously wireless connectivity. But let's say iPhone because iMessage just makes everything seem smoother. It's seamless experience.
Yeah, it really does, and that and I guess maybe we can talk about this as long as we want, but that calls up one more thing that I am thankful for that's new, and that is, and it goes with the iPhone or smartphones in general, digital photography.
Yeah.
Broadly, and specifically the computational photography, the advances we're seeing first, from Google last year, and then Apple's take on it this year, the ability to record the most mundane, humdrum moments in life. This is going to be the most, what's the word, when basically every...
Transformative.
Well, it's transformative, but I mean, in terms of like, if you want to know what culture is, and you wanted to know what life in ancient Rome was like, you're very limited
Sure.
into how you can understand that. But the vast bulk of photography and video and messaging and everything that is being taken, recorded, shared, and stored now, if we don't, blow ourselves up or succumb to a comet or an asteroid hitting the Earth, will make it easier for anthropologists in the future to get a really good understanding of what life was like in the early part of the 21st century.
Yeah, like 90% of it is selfies and food
Well,
shots,
it is.
but it's okay.
It is. Well, that they'll just figure we, like to take pictures of ourselves and eat.
They'll
But
figure everyone was narcissists.
well, that's there.
It's not untrue.
There is a lot of that going around, but and in particular the computational part of that now, with what's in an iPhone now, or the the latest Pixel, the ability to take not just photos of anything, but really good photos, and be able to either print them up and frame them, or hang on to them, or share them,
Or just keep 15,000 photos on your phone.
Well, I mean, my digital photography life starts in about 2000. I mean, I remember when Apple came, it was some rebranded camera that they came out with in like 98 or 99, and I had one and was stunned by the ability to just snap a picture and it could be digital and you could do things with it. You could modify it, send it, whatever. Of course, that's ancient technology now, but especially as we get to the holidays, Thanksgiving, the first of the year, Christmas, whatever holiday you celebrate, family get-togethers, the ability to do the photography that we can do now is noteworthy.
Yeah, and you don't have to be as old as Ken to
Hey,
remember a time
stop
when to take a photo. It required like a whole train of thought, like, oh, where's my camera? Do I have
Film
a
in it?
memory card, film, whatever
Well,
it
film,
is?
yeah.
And now you take a phone out. If something happens, you take your phone out of your pocket.
Click.
Boom. And this has implications for social justice. I mean, it's not just taking pictures, cute Halloween pictures of my son.
No.
It's remarkable that everyone at any point has the ability to record what's happening in front of them
From a variety of angles.
Yeah.
And I mean, think about this. I mean, and this is a little sad, but if this sort of environment had been around in 1963
Sure.
when John Kennedy was
Totally,
shot. I mean,
totally,
basically the
totally.
only real visual evidence we have of that is one film, the infamous Zapruder film, from one angle.
Yeah.
But if you had people with smartphones and everything else you would have had an amazing picture of what happened there. And that's true of basically any event in the world. That just shows you how far things have changed just in the last 40 or 50 years.
Yeah, it's. The quality of the photos that we're able to take with the thing that always with us in our pocket is just remarkable, and the ability to find them. Yeah. Over the weekend, I was talking to one of my friends who came to visit me, and he was telling me about the first time his son had a donut.
Okay.
Like, it's a stupid story, but.
Yeah, that's it.
And I said to him, "Oh, I have a great picture of the first time of Gabe when my son's name is Gabriel, of Gabe when he was like 2."
Mm-hmm.
And I literally went into Google Photos, typed up donut, and boom,
There it was.
found it.
Yeah.
Wow, that's really cool.
Out of a sea of, like, no joke, like probably 17,000 photos.
And that's a really good point, because what good does it do to have all of these photographs and
Right.
everything if you can't search and
I
find
mean,
things quickly?
When my parents were, when I was growing up, they had boxes of photos and
We
things
still-
they
my
could
mom
never
still has
find,
boxes
photo
of
albums,
photos.
all these things that you don't know idea. We know what's in them, where they are, they get lost, they
Yep.
get stuck together, they get degraded.
Yep.
And now, like, at a moment's notice, boom, boom, boom.
You
and
got it.
The phones can analyze the entire thing in seconds or milliseconds, find it, send it to you. I mean, and even something as simple as that we take for granted now. As soon as we take a photo, our phones categorize it by who's in it.
Yep.
So I know my wife, my parents, my son, my friends, and
Well, that's the facial
there it is.
recognition, the
Yeah.
AI, which allows you to sort of search quickly
And,
decipher what you're looking at.
being thankful for stuff often requires, looking at things that we take for granted, and that is absolutely one of them.
Yep. Got it. Good. Any final thoughts, Juliet, before we wrap up before the holiday?
No, I don't have much. Similar to Google Photos, what you were saying, Mike, I think one last thing I am thankful for is something like Google Drive, where I can have all of my information, all of my documents, all of my photos, all of my spreadsheets in the cloud, and then I can access it on my phone. I can access it on my laptop, my personal laptop, my work computer.
And you don't even have to pay for this stuff if you don't want to.
Right.
You know,
Yeah,
you
that's
get
crazy.
lots of
You get
space
it
for free.
enough.
You know, even photos are free, always free if you don't care about the the original quality, which most people don't, because it's still pretty good at high quality.
It's still very good.
You don't have to pay anything.
Yeah,
It's nuts.
it's interesting. This goes back to, in fact, it seems like you have the winning thankful thing to be thankful for: convenience. Everything we've talked about really goes back to convenience. So I'm thankful for that.
Thanks.
All right, great. We're all thankful here. Michael, thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Juliet, thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Reminder, please subscribe to our YouTube channel if you like this episode. There'll be future episodes popping up routinely. Have a great holiday if you're in the U.S. And otherwise, thanks for watching.